everyone. Welcome to Tennessee's At Home Learning Series for Math. Today's lesson is for all of our first graders out there, but of course, anyone is more than welcome to tune in. Today's lesson is the 10th in our series. Can you believe we've been together this long? My name is Miss Sarah, and I am a first grade teacher at Baxter Primary School in the Putnam County School System. I am so excited that I get to be your teacher again today for math. Welcome to our virtual classroom. If you haven't already seen our previous lessons, you can find them on the Tennessee's Department of Education website at www.tn.gov/education. You can still tune in to today's lesson if you haven't seen the previous lessons, but you might have a little bit more fun if you have seen all of those lessons. So you can go back and watch those again, because we're going to use what we learned in those lessons to help us with the learning that we're going to do today. Today, we will be learning how to use a number bond to find missing numbers in addition and subtraction equations. Before we get started, to participate fully in today's lesson, you are going to need paper to write on, a pencil, and some number paths. We will create those again today together. All right, let's begin. To get ready for today's lesson, let's get our workspace ready. I'm going to lay out some paper of my own and something to write with. I want you to go ahead and lay out your paper and your pencil while I get my things ready too. Are you ready? Excellent. We will also be using a tool today called a number path, and we have practiced creating these for the last two lessons. The first time we created a number path to the number 10. In the last lesson, we created a number path to the number 15, and we're going to go to number 15 again today. I'm going to model for you how to do one, and then together we will create the other two. To begin that number path, you want to draw a long, skinny rectangle like this. And then you will draw your vertical lines, and you need 14 to make 15 numbers on a number path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And the last step is to go back and add your numbers. Now that you have been refreshed on how to create a number path, I want you to go ahead and create your 3 number paths. I'm going to go ahead and complete mine, and then I will wait a moment for you to get done too. Remember to leave some space between your number paths so that you have some space to work. Those number paths look amazing already. Keep it up. I want you to put those number paths to the side, or you can keep them in your workspace and follow along with me on the next couple of problems with your finger. Remember, we're not going to draw on our number paths that we just created until we get to some more problems a little bit later. For our first set of problems, we are going to practice finding a missing number for the sum or a difference up to 20. This will help us prepare for working with equations with unknowns in any position. Let's take a look at our first problem. The problem states 11 minus some number equals 3. Let's use our number path to find that missing number. Our first step is to circle the number 11. I want you, instead of circling yours, to touch the number 11 with your finger. What can I do next? Absolutely. We're going to take hops back to the number 3 to find our missing number, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many hops did we have to take from the number 11 to the number 3? Absolutely. It took us 8 hops to get from the number 11 to the number 3. So I can write the number 8 in our equation to make it true. Now our equation says 11 minus 8 equals 3. Now, is that the only way to solve that problem? No, we can count on from 3 to 11 to find that answer. And there's another way to count back 2 from 11 and count back 3 spaces. And all of those ways of doing it will give us the same answer of 8. Remember, the really neat thing about this strategy is that you get a choice of counting on or counting back. And I love having a choice. Let's go ahead and take a look at our second problem. Before we find our missing number, let's go ahead and use a number bond to explore some related facts for the numbers 10 and 15. I have already drawn my number bond using circles. Now I would like for you, on one of those pieces of paper that we pulled out earlier, to draw a number bond yourself. Go ahead. All right, I am going to read the problem out loud that has a missing number. It's our job to discover what that missing number is. 10 plus some number equals 15. We know that our first addend is the number 10. Where should we write 10 on our number bond? Yes, we will write the number 10 in one of our smaller circles on our number bond, or in one of the parts. So I'm going to take my marker, and you're going to use whatever you chose to write with, and add the number 10 into one of the parts. I want you to look at the problem again. Do we know our other addend? No. So can we put anything else in the other part of our number bond? No. So we're going to leave that second circle empty because that's our missing number, and we'll fill it in later once we solve the problem. So the only other number we have in our equation is the number 15. Where should the number 15 go in our number bond? Excellent. It's going to go in our biggest circle, or our whole. So while I add the number 15 to the whole of my number bond, I want you to do the same. "15 goes into the whole because 15 tells us how many we have in all. Now it's time to find our missing number. What related fact could we use to complete our number bond? Can you tell me a number that I can add to 10 to give me 15? I heard some of you say the correct answer. Let's solve it and see if your answer was correct. How can I use my number path to help me solve this problem? Right, I can start at the number 10 and count on or hop spaces and stop when I get to 15. Let's do that together. You're going to touch yours and I'm going to draw on mine. Remember, we're not going to draw on yours just yet, but I will tell you when to get those out so we can do that again. I'm going to start at the number 10 and I'm going to hop until I get to the number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many hops did it take to go from 10 to 15? 5. Were you right? Excellent job. I want you to give yourself a pat on the back. And remember, we do that because we are so smart. I'm going to add the number 5 into our equation to make it true. 10 plus 5 equals 15. And I'm also going to add it to our number bond to complete our number bond. How many of you were able to know that if we were counting by 5s, that if we were going from 10 to 15, we would just need 5 more? Excellent. If we wanted to draw one big jump from 10 to 15, because we know that if we were counting by 5s, 5, 10, 15 would be the next number we said, we could have done that. And it would have looked something like this. It would have been one big hop. But for me, because we do get a choice, it's easier for me to do counting on by 1s right now until I get a little bit more comfortable with this strategy. Wonderful work, friends. You just learned that you can use related facts or friendly numbers like the number 5 and 10 to find the missing number. Now, let's use what we know about friendly numbers to do our next missing number problem. This is where you want to go ahead and pull out those number paths that we created earlier. Ready? I'm going to read the problem to you, but of course you are more than welcome to read it with me. Rich has 8 candies. He finds more candy in his pocket. Now he has 13 candies. How many candies did he find? Okay, get those number paths ready and that pencil ready and follow along with me. This time, I am going to start on the number 8. I want you to follow along with me. I'm going to circle 8 on my number strip or my number path. Give me a thumbs up if you circled 8 on your number path. Since we are using friendly numbers, I am going to look for a friendly number between 8 and 13. Can you help me find a friendly number? Did I hear you say 10? That's right. I am going to take one big hop from 8 to 10 because I know that 10 is a friendly number, like this. I also know that 8 plus 2 equals 10. So this big hop is the same as 2 smaller hops. So I am going to write the number 2 above that big hop to help me remember that that one counts for 2. I hope you're starting to see a connection to how we made a 10 in some of our previous lessons. Next, we are going to take another big hop from 10 to 13 because I know that Rich has 13 candies. So I'm going to start at 10 and I'm going to make one big hop to 13. Did you make one big hop from 10 to 13 on your number path? Excellent. What number should I write above my second big hop? Right, I am going to write the number 3 because I know that 13 is a team number and it is made up of a friendly number, 10, and some ones, 3. So I'm going to write the number 3 above that big hop. Great. How will we use our number path model to find our missing number? I know, I can add my 2 hops together. I know that 2 and 3 more makes 5. So we made 5 hops to go from 8 to the number 3, or to the number 13, I'm sorry. So I'm going to write 5 in our equation to make it true. So now our problem reads 8 plus 5 equals 13. I want you to stand up and jump 5 times because you just learned something new. Great. Now let's look at our next problem. I'm going to read the problem to you, but of course you are more than welcome to read along with me. 7 ducks swim in the pond. Some more ducks join them. Now there are 12 ducks swimming in the pond. How many ducks joined them? What tools can we use to find our missing number? Yes, we can use our next number path to help us find that missing number. So I want you guys to look at your second number path that we created earlier. How many ducks were on the pond to start with? Yes, there were 7 ducks swimming in the pond at the beginning of our story problem. So I'm going to go ahead and circle 7 on my number path. And I want you guys to do the same on your second number path. What happens to the number of ducks on the pond when others join them? That's right. The number of ducks gets larger because more ducks are joining them. Can you help me find a friendly number between 7 and 12? Exactly. The number 10 is our friendly number. And just like in some of our previous lessons, when we make a 10 to add, it's easier to keep counting on from there. I'm going to draw one big hop from 7 to 10, and I want you to do the same. Did you draw your one big hop from 7 to 10? Excellent. What number are we going to label this first big hop with? Yes, we are going to label this first big hop with the number 3 because we know that 7 plus 3 equals 10. Are we going to stop there? No way. We have to keep going to get to the number 12 because at the end of our story problem, there were 12 ducks swimming in the pond. So now I'm going to do my next big hop from the number 10 to the number 12. And what am I going to label that hop with? 2. Because I know that 10, 11, 12, it takes 2 small hops to get from 10 to 12 on our number path. What do I need to do with those 2 numbers? Absolutely, I need to add them together to find out just how many ducks joined them. What is 3 plus 2? Right, 3 plus 2 is 5. So I can write the number 5 in my missing number spot to make my equation true. And now it reads like this. 7 plus 5 equals 12. We know that 5 ducks joined 7 ducks, and now there are 12 ducks swimming in the pond. For this very last problem, you will be using friendly numbers to find the missing number problem all by yourself. And I know you're going to do a great job because you are so smart. Let's look at that last problem together. You're going to be using that third number path that we created earlier in our lesson. I'm going to read the problem to you, but of course, you can read it with me if you would like. 6 small dogs play ball. Some big dogs join them. Now there are 11 dogs playing all together. How many big dogs join them? I want you to use your number path to find the missing number. Remember, you are looking for that friendly number between 6 and 11. I'm going to give you a moment to solve this problem on your own. Are you ready? What number was the friendly number between 6 and 11? Right, it was the number 10. So your first step was to circle the number 6. And if we wanted to find the number 10, we wanted to hop to it, we could hop one big hop all the way from 6 to 10, because we know that to make a 10 with the number 6, we would add 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did we stop there though? No, we needed to get to the number 11. So how many more spaces would we hop after that? 1. So it would be like this. 1. And I'm going to label it with the number 1 just to keep track of how many spaces I jumped in between. What's the last thing to do? Right, I need to add 4 plus 1. And what is 4 plus 1? 5. I'm going to go ahead and put 5 into our missing number spot to make our equation true. And now our equation states 6 plus 5 equals 11. So now we know that 5 big dogs joined the 6 small dogs, and then there were 11 dogs playing all together. Boys and girls, you did a fabulous job again today. Today we reviewed how to find a missing number using addition and subtraction strategies. I hope you're seeing some connections to our counting on, counting back strategies and to the making 10 strategy that we used in our previous lessons. You sure did a great job. After the video, you will have some problems that you can work through independently or on your own. Good luck and do your best. I'm going to show you those independent practice problems now, or you can find them in the student practice for this lesson on our website, www.tn.gov/education. Let's go ahead and look at those problems together now. You're going to use the number paths to find the missing number. And if you need to draw those number paths because maybe you don't have a printer or you can't print them at home, go ahead and draw those because we learned how to do those together today. Number 1, 9 plus some number equals 14. And I encourage you to find those friendly numbers between 9 and 14 to help you solve that problem. Number 2, some number plus 6 equals 14. And then our last problem, some number plus 5 equals 15. I have no doubt that you are going to rock out on those problems. I enjoyed reviewing how to use friendly numbers to find a missing number in an equation with you. Thank you so much again for inviting me into your home. I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson in Tennessee's At Home Learning Series. Bye, everyone.